Today we're looking at a great Microfreak feature for beginners.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to David Higgins. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. The Arturia Microfreak is a beast of a synthesizer. I'm sure most people that are familiar with the Microfreak would agree that Arturia has just crammed a ridiculous amount of features into this synth, a ton of different digital oscillator types, an analog filter, an awesome digital mod matrix that has a ton of destinations, 3 of them being custom assignable, basically whatever you want, 5 very solid modulation sources, a pretty inspiring sequencer, some nice arpeggiation and sequencing effects. Like I said, tons of different oscillator types, including a vocoder, a unique keybed that allows you to modulate sounds depending on how much of your finger is on the key, great integration with the MIDI control center, yes, that's really the name of it, software. The Microfreak is just a fantastic synthesizer. Now, while it can be a bit complicated, I have recommended it in the past to beginners as a way to learn sound design, because you can kind of scroll through presets and then look at the mod matrix here and reverse engineer. So go ahead and clear things out and see how that affects the sounds, and you can really learn a lot from sound design using the Microfreak, and that's actually how I learned a lot of what I know, which granted still isn't much. I'd still say I'm very much a beginner when it comes to sound design, but the Microfreak has taught me quite a bit. However, I was recently poking around in the utility menu section of the Microfreak, and I came across a setting that I did not know existed. As you'll see, I've zoomed this into the screen here, and that's because I really want to show this feature. I didn't know the Microfreak had it. It's simple, but it is really great for beginners. So to get there, we need to access the utility menu. So let's go ahead and click on utility. And now, as you can see, hopefully we have preset, MIDI, sync, whole bunch of different options here. We're going to go to preset. So we just click in the preset knob. Now we have the preset menu. So these are a bunch of parameters that are specific to the preset that we are on. In this case, I'm on the preset sausage bass. So right here on preset volume, we can click it in and we can actually change the volume of the preset. There's a minimum of -12 and a max of 12. As you can see right now, we're on 7. We can max that out to 12, so some of you out there saying that your Microfreak isn't loud enough, check your preset volumes. That can definitely help. That's not what we're here for today. We are here for the next feature, scale. This is a fairly common feature on a lot of MIDI controllers. However, I haven't seen it on too many synthesizers. And as you may have guessed, this affects the scale that the keys are actually set to. So right now it's set to global, which means it's going to follow the global scale of the Microfreak, which I believe can be changed in miscellaneous. However, we can change it per preset, which makes this fantastic for learning, because you can have a go-to preset that is always set to a certain scale. And the way we set that is right here in this menu by turning the preset knob. I'm going to zoom us back out here now that we're actually in the menu. All I'm going to be doing is turning the preset knob to get through the different settings. So the first setting after global is off. And if we do click in and select that, as you can see here, we have no set scale, just chromatically we can go up and down the keys. Let's go back into the scale menu and go to the next option. Now we have major. Now, no matter what I play, I'm going to be within a major scale, no matter what note I hit. So check this out. I think it's great for beginners who still want to be able to mess around on the keys without the worry of hitting a wrong note. We can go back to the scale menu. Next up is minor. As we can see, E, natural, is definitely not part of the C minor scale. However, because we have scale set, it's going to automatically change this E to an E flat. This allows you to play in C minor effectively with just the white keys. do have a few more scales to choose from, too. Nothing crazy, but we have harmonic minor, we have Dorian, we have Mixolydian, we have the blues scale, and pentatonic. So some very useful scales in there. I'm going to set it back to minor real quick. Now you might be thinking, okay, that's really cool, but what if I don't want to play in C major or C minor or C Mixolydian? Well, we can actually change the root note. So to do that, we're going to go back into the utility menu, back into the preset menu. Then we are going to scroll past scale and go to the very next option, which is root note. From here, we can go ahead and change what we want the root note of our scale to be. So let's go to E, and then for scale, yep, we're on minor. Perfect. Now check it out. As you can hear, we are locked into E minor, no matter what key we press. Also, really quick, let me just cover something. You may notice that when I did that pitch bend there, we went down a whole octave. Same thing would happen if we went up. You can actually adjust that per preset as well. So utility, preset, scroll down to bend range. It's just right after root note. Click it in. You can see right now the range is 12. We can set it to all the way up to 24. So we could go 2 octaves if we want. Or you could go back to that menu and do 2 half steps. So a whole step. Fun. Nothing groundbreaking, but super useful to be able to change that. And again, that is per preset. Now, I will probably do a dedicated video in the future for the preset menu because there are a lot more options that we can change. But I just wanted to go over the scale feature because I do consider it pretty useful, especially for beginners who still want the freedom to improvise and try to come up with melody ideas, but they're afraid of hitting the wrong notes. This will take that worry out of the equation. So I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.